Hello students, this is Amada, Assistant Professor from the Department of Robotics and Automation. Our subject code is MR3491, Sensors and Instrumentation. So today we are going to discuss about Unit 5, Signal Conditioning and DAC System. From this unit you can learn about what is amplification, what is filtering, and what is sample and hold circuit. These are all used in DAC system, that is data acquisition system. So data acquisition system, there is a two types. One is a single channel and multi-channel data acquisition system. So and also we will discuss about the various applications of the DAC system, right? So today the first topic is amplification. So amplification is nothing but is a process of increasing a power or voltage or current of a input signal, right? If I give some voice, means that voice will be amplified, so that is called amplification. That is, the voltage will be increased, so that is called amplification, right? So it does not create energy from nothing. Instead, the amplifier uses an external power source, right? It's an external power source, it's a passive device, so to make a copy of weaker input signal. So for example, it's a tiny water pipe. So there is a input signal that controlling a massive floodgate. The amplifier output connected to the power supply. There is a 3 terminal, that is called amplification. So input signal, amplifier, output signal, these are the main components. First one is input signal. It's a very small and weak, often noise information signals only we get as a input signal, right? So amplifier, what the amplifier will do means, the electronic circuit or device, it takes a small signal and controls much larger current or voltage from the power supply, perfectly mimicking the shape of the input signal. Just what I gave the input, directly I get the output by using the amplification, right? So I recover my input signal without any noise, without any modification. So that's why I am using the amplifier, right? So next one is the output signal, a powerful version of a input signal, so capable of driving a device, for example speaker, or sending information over a long distance. So this is the output signal. So a black diagram of a amplifier circuit. So small signal source, that's the input signal which is given to the amplifier block. The amplifier block consists of a transistor, one transistor and one op-amp circuit. So the DC power supply is directly given to amplifier block. Okay, so the amplified output signal, we get it from the amplifier block, then we give into load. For example, speaker, antenna. So speaker, just we listen the voice from speaker. We listen the analog signals. For antenna, for sending some signals to the long distance. So that's why we are using the antenna. So these are the output signal. Okay. So destination signal. So this is the amplification. Okay. So basic thing only for a DAC system. Next one is a filtering. Filtering means it just some frequencies are there. So we want to block or reject some unwanted frequency from the signals. So we are using the filtering. Okay. So you can think of like a physical sieve or a coffee filter. So it lets the good stuff so pass through the while trapping the unwanted stuff. Okay, so that is called the coffee grounds. So this is the filtering. Normal example is this. Next one is the input signal, filter, output signal. So input signal means a raw signal or composite signal that contains a mixture of different frequencies, mixture of the high frequency, low frequency. Likewise, it have the different frequencies. For example, voice recording, that also includes a high pitched background hiss, right? So next one is a filter. When this input signal is gives into the filter, an electronic circuit, it's an electronic circuit, so made of components like a resistor, capacitor and inductors. So or a software algorithm that is tuned to specific cutoff threshold. So it evaluates the signal and allows specific frequencies to pass while severely weakening the others. Just attenuating the others. So next one is the output signal. The refined signal containing only the frequency you actually want. That is output signal. So next topic is a sample and hold circuit. So which is used in electronics to generate or produce a sample of voltage given to the input. To generate a sample of voltage. So after processing it holds the voltage. First sample the voltage, then it holds the voltage for a specific time. So there is a two time. One is a sampling time, another one is a holding time. So sampling time means the time in which the circuit samples and holds the voltage and produces incoming signal. That is called sampling time. Holding time means the time period of this circuit which holds the processed value is known as holding time. So this is a very important 2 more questions. Okay. So basically it creates a sample of voltage. It creates the sample of voltage as the input time. After that first it sample, then it holds these samples. It holds these samples for a definite period of time. Okay. So we can say that capacitor is a main working operator because it's only store that input signal. Hold the input signal. That's why we are using here capacitor. Okay. So here I gave the diagram. So this is a sample circuit. So this is the analog signal. This is the controller signal. If it is closed, it means the analog signal directly goes to the analog output. If it is I open, I send some signals, this go to holding capacitor. Holding capacitor which holds for some periodic time. The input signal is holds for some periodic time. Okay. So then it will be gives to the output. So this is called sample and hold circuit. Okay. It sample the input and also it hold the input signal. Okay. So there is many types of ascended circuit, that is sample and hold circuit. First one is a switched capacitor sample and hold circuit. So this will do. This is used to sample to advanced converter and analog to digital converter. For that purpose, if you want to change the analog signal to digital converter means we use the switched capacitor sample and hold circuit. Another one is track and hold circuit, T and H circuit. So which is used to incoming of simple or analog signs and hold the level of voltage for a unique period of time. So for that we are using the T and H circuit. So likewise holding amplifier sample and circuit is there. MOSFET switch sample and hold circuit is there. Next one is a voltage controlled sample and hold circuit is there. Next one is a pulse S&S circuit was there. So these are all have different applications. So depending upon the application we select the type of sample and hold circuit, right? So these are the sum of S and H circuit only. So there are many types of sample and hold circuits are there. So this is the input and output waveforms. This is the input waveform, this is the output waveform. If I give the MOSFET is on means the signal will be high, right? If the MOSFET is off means the signal will be low. So we can take output as both as well as what I say, analog and also a digital, right? So we can both output can take. Thank you. This is in this session we discussed about amplification, filtering, sample and hold circuit. These are the three topics is mainly used for DAC system, that is data acquisition system. For we have to process some signals, means definitely we want amplification and sample and hold circuit and also filtering. So that's why we are studying as a basic in this 5th unit. Okay, so next we will meet in other next session. Thank you. For more lecture videos, visit our website smit.edu.in and follow our Facebook and Instagram page SMIT Chennai, SMIT Official Chennai. Thank you.